right here in downtown St. Augustine. I couldn't get in that parking lot because there was too much traffic. Hey, Matty Gugas here with you once again, Palmer Street. You know I've done this drill before, but there's the 905, the Elton Bunnell local. Alright, so they pulled off on the Elton lead and cutting off these rock cars that are from Bunnell, and then they'll go down to Elton. I'm going to sit here and wait for a minute until he pulls away. I'm not going to get any closer. You really can't. There's no place down there that's not on the FSC property. There was a trainee, there was a conductor and another guy, so there's a trainee today. They're walking back to the locomotive right now. Alright, yeah, there they go. One rock car is going down there with that boxcar to Elton. And these cars that are set out of Bunnell. It's so bright I can barely see my screen. I think the train's in the middle of my screen. That's the horns for West King Street. Well, wait a minute. Is that West King Street? Also. So this main line turns left, you can see here, and that goes over West King Street, right. Not a stone's throw from here. And then that Elton Lee goes out there. It must be West King Street also, it's right there. Okay. There's another crossing, I forget the name of the road, Moore Road or something like that. And then the road that takes you from 207 to 16. It's a shortcut. All right, Matty Gugas here with you once again. I had to come up to Jacksonville today, so here I am at the historic Kings Road North, where they crew the trains, where FEC crews the trains, and looks like the 105 is making its way down here already. Let me get a zoom. Alright, so stay tuned for the elusive 105. Alright, so sorry folks, I couldn't stay there at historic Kings Road North. I got a call. So I came south to St. Augustine. We're still going to get the same train. You can't see that. See, I can't see it with the naked eye, so I don't think you can see it with the camera. But stay tuned for the elusive 105. Why do I call it the elusive 105? I've explained this before, but for you new folks, because it leaves at different times, and I always miss it. It's not always my fault, but anyway, it's just really, it should be the easiest train to film because it's in the middle of the day, but it's not. Here comes the elusive 105. Going slow today. Is the 905 coming north? Well, there was some track maintenance back up there. Near the airport, and so there was some track maintenance, and now he's approaching the speed restriction zone of St. Augustine, so he's not flying. bunch of empty flat cars for trailers going south again. Fine car. I think I explained this before. Well, I know I have, but for the new people or so, each one of these cars that the trailer is on is not one car in many cases. There's a car known as a spine car. I've seen 3, 5, 7, and possibly 9. Here's a 3-car spine car, well car. These 3 blue ones. See how there's only one set of wheels in between each car? That's one car. Now, it's 3 holes, but it's one car. A lot of those. The advantage of that is you only pay for one car. You get 3 slots, actually 6, in a well car if you have stacked containers. And it's only one rail car. There you go. So in my last video, I showed remnants of a nest on the crane where they're building the new bridge. And for those of you who don't live in Florida, so that's the osprey. Oh wow, there's 3 of them up there, which means there's a baby. But that's what they do. They find a high pole somewhere. They make a big nest where they can see far away, so they can see their predators. I don't know what their predators are, but certainly no other birds can get in that nest. The ospreys in the eagle family. But let's listen for a minute. Anyway, great action. That's why the University of North Florida is the ospreys. They're big around here. All right, Sunday morning, May the 17th? I might have to check that. 18th? It was Friday the 16th. All right, yeah, I had it right. It's Sunday morning, May the 17th. A little broken up sunrise today. We got cloud mass to the southeast there. Maybe we'll get some rain today. I don't know. It's been really warm and dry, but I'm going to film my trains. All right, Matty Googans here with you once again at the site of the bridge construction. Major breakthrough, major progress. I don't know, is that major progress? Anyway, they scrapped that concrete square piling, and they brought in these pipes. They got 3 of them, well, 1 of them down, 2 in, and there's some more pipes there. Smaller ones. We got all these on the ground waiting to go. Anyway, I guess they figured out how they're going to proceed. Not with the the square concrete pilings. Anyway, they're just getting near. All right, so I hadn't seen this yet. They dropped another one of these it's not the same cradle as they used over there, but so you got the 4 posts that set the distance, I guess. I don't know how this works, but so the 4 rust-colored posts are put in that cradle, and that sets the frame for what they're going to do next, and then that's to drop in these big. So they're pipes. I don't know, do they get concrete pumped into them when they're done? We'll find out. Well, not as much progress as I thought when I drove by yesterday, but anyway, you got 3 of the big pipes in the ground, in the mud. Well, that one's all the way down. These 2 are not quite. Well, so they must fit on top of each other. All right, anyway, I'm gonna sit tight here and wait till they get started. See what they're gonna do today. Stay tuned. Well, he's coming right over to get some pipes. So they're gonna be hot and heavy today. There's no trains today, no southbound trains until tonight. There are northbound trains, a couple northbound trains, but Sunday is a great day to work here because there's only a couple trains during the day. And I'm sure they know that. That's why they're all here. It's a beautiful day. They should get a lot done today. Stay tuned. So I just talked to the FEC guy, John, not the same John, but so yeah, the concrete piling only went down about 50 or 75 feet, he said. Maybe not even 75, 60 feet. Anyway, these go down 150 feet into the mud, into the ground under the water. And then, I don't know, forget what he said, but they suck out the mud, put rebar down there, and drop concrete. That is going to be fun to watch. Stay tuned. Yeah, they're going hot and heavy. He's got moving a lot of these pipes over today. So you can grab that thing without squishing it, without damaging it. Nice. So that is some serious steel. Alright, so Matty Gugas here with you once again. I had to come up here to Jacksonville this morning, so I'm just doing a little tidying up. This is Greenland Road, the road to Mandarin High School. This is that aggregate customer I was referring to in the Bayard video. This customer wasn't active for a while, but there's so much construction going on here in Florida that they reopened this lead. They reopened this facility and they're taking cars in here again. See all the new see, that's a brand new sign. They put that in there again recently. Anyway, no cars here right now, but it's Sunday. Stay tuned. Alright, Matty Gugas here with you once again at the site of the bridge construction here just on the edge of downtown St. Augustine. I have to go back and look at the video, but we got 5 of those big green pipes and down, hammered down into the bedrock. So we're making some serious progress now. Not much going on over here right now. They moved all the pipes over there. Of course, that's where the crossing is right there. Can I zoom in, please? That's where they cross the tracks right there, and that's why, well, not the only reason he's here, but sorry for the camera work, but the Florida East Coast Railway has a representative on site. It's usually John, the bridge guy, and he's also monitoring the trains, flagging the crossing, as they call it. Alright, well, this crane is moving something. What is that, a piece of machinery or a piece of materials? A box of materials, I don't know what that is. It's like a box. Okay, well, so this guy's got it. Rail banding is as frustrating as it is fun sometimes. I made 3 stops on the way over here. The library to return a book and donate a video. The coffee shop, of course, and the Bridge of Lions to take a picture of a big yacht named Lady Elaine. That's my sister's name. So, big beautiful yacht. And so just as I was getting here, the rock train, the Bunnell local went by, and I tried to get ahead of it, but I couldn't. Not with the amount of traffic around here. Right now, I'm waiting to see if there's any northbounds coming anytime soon. Stay tuned. All right, he's coming over here again with these clamp mechanism here. See what they pick up. I'm moving over here because I think they're gonna get that big green thing, which is the thing that pardon me for lack of a better term, but pounds the pipes down into the bedrock. I don't know how it works. Maybe someone can help me with that. I'll do a little homework. Well, I don't know if they know what they're picking up yet. Stay tuned. Or film the crane move. That's pretty slick. Yeah, they're going for the screen thing. Like I said, I think. So yeah, they're hooking up to the screen thing. This screen thing, as opposed to that green thing. Anyway. Hi, that's John, the bridge guy. He didn't hear that, but hey. So I got the lay of the land, and yeah, so the pipes are up to 150 feet in the ground, but not all of them. It's just a matter of when they hit bottom, he said, and if they're in far enough. That's what the other guy, 75 to 150 feet. So they can be 75 feet into the ground and they bottom out. Once they hit bedrock, it's good enough. And then they're going to suck out the mud, drill out the mud, and then fill them with concrete. So they're not going anywhere. All right, this mechanism is... I gotta film this. All right, they're just getting ready. Let me take a break. All right, so it wasn't this US 1 bridge that they were gonna work on at the same time. It was this bridge over here on King Street. That area is really low. It floods out. King Street goes underwater, and we used to watch it from the building when it had these serious downpours. The people driving into the water and then their cars floating around. Kind of funny. All right, yeah, the bridge guy told me there was a northbound coming, so stay tuned. All right, so they got that thing ready to go. Probably as soon as this train goes by, they'll get that thing up in the air. These guys have been working on welding another pipe, or welding two pipes together. So they're obviously prepping another pipe to go in the water, so stay tuned. All right, so the bridge guy, can I say his name? They're all named John. Anyway, I don't know his last name. I wouldn't say it anyway, but just walked over to the foreman, and so the train must be on imminent arrival. Stay tuned. All right, here comes the train. The horn salutes are for the maintenance crews, obviously. Well, I still give them the hats off. Maybe one's for me. Hey, look at all the seaboard. This is the 202. John told me. So, UPSUs, FEC containers, some of the original ones. Look at the logos all washed out. Another whole big box of seaboard. Whole big block of EMPs going back to Norfolk Southern. So this is what I'm talking about. That's one car, even though it's 3 holes. 1, 2, 3. 6 containers, 1 car. Here's another one. These JB Hunt containers. 6 containers on 1 car. 3 well cars. Working permanently connected as 1 car. The advantage, so you lease these cars, these are lease cars. I mean, some railroads own their cars, but then they get offline and they get money for the lease. But most of these cars, well, a good bit of these cars are free traveling lease cars, and so you pay for the use of them. The railroads pay for the use of them. When they're online. So you only pay for 1 car. With 3 holes, 6 containers. I said it the other day. Alright, there you go. Not a giant train today and no manifest. Alright, so a truck just came in, an empty truck to pick up. That's interesting. Matty Guga's here with you once again to say the bridge construction. They got it all buttoned up. They work on some schedule like 21 days and then 6 days off. I'll get the exact thing, but this company's out of Mississippi. Anyway, we got high green for northbound. Stay tuned. So it's Friday, May 22nd. I am 67 years old in 1 month today. Not sure what day they took off, but when were they here? Tuesday? I mean, it looks like they took off. There's no more green pipes in the water than there were on the day I was filming. And that pipe that they were welding together is sitting over there. So looks like they took off right maybe Wednesday. Anyway, stay tuned for the train. As if the traffic here couldn't get any worse. So King Street is closed. They put this new light here, so they get all this traffic build up here now on the US 1 bridge. That's that crane over there, that's that old bridge at King Street that they're working on. So they got King Street closed. So a lot of these cars, or some of these cars, have to come over this bridge now and then turn right in that new light. And the people coming out of downtown come out there and turn left onto US 1. That's why, the main reason why they need the light for the people coming out of town. So they take this light down here at King Street? Of course not. How many cars are coming out of that King Street? Not many right now, but look at all this buildup on the bridge. That light just turned green down there, not the one in the fire station. The one I was showing earlier. I bet you $1,000, anyone, that they don't take this light at Malaga Street down after the construction's done. I don't know if I'll be alive when that construction's done. But I'll put the money in trust. Stay tuned. All right, here comes the train. Stay tuned. I'm going to get on the bridge. Good, I get to go home now. All right. No work crews here today, so that's all for me. Ha ha ha. Anyway. See, I'm not negative, I'm positive. I just laugh at little things. Warning, IQ. What does that mean? Like, what's the warning for? I mean, is it higher than other trailers? No. Anyway, I'm just teasing. Who's the warning for? Warning, IQ. They all say it. Warning for the people unloading it. You're gonna be here for a while if it's piece goods. I remember in trucking back in the day. Oh good, we got some manifest today. So we had Zare stores. Zare was a predecessor to, it's not Walmart people, but Zare was the big store back in the day, at least in New England. Z-A-Y-E-R, if you've never heard of it. Sorry, Z-A-Y-R-E. And, whoa, did you feel that? This bridge is shaking now. Woo! That was weird. Why would this bridge shake like that? Well, I'll tell you a little story when I'm done with my Zare. Okay. We used to get Tupperware or, out of Ohio to Zare, and it was like 1 million boxes. All loaded individually. No pallets. Alright, there you go. Not a giant train, but a regular train, I guess. This bridge right here was the one that was just shaking like that. So, here's the other. So, we get seismic activity off the coast. Like this bridge was just shaking. I sit at my house in Butler Beach, and every once in a while the place shakes because there's seismic or volcanic activity off the coast of Florida. It happens quite often, more often than you would think. All right, actually, that's going to be it for me today. I got a busy day, so that'll be it for this video. I hope you're enjoying my videos. I really do. That's the obligatory red signals after the train passes, by the way, so another train doesn't run up in the back of that train. Anyway, hope you're enjoying my videos. Like, share, get some more people to subscribe. I tried to ask you folks to get to 500. I don't think I got to 300. Anyway, I don't care. I just, I don't know. There's something I don't understand about YouTube. YouTube is a leftist organization, left-leaning organization. They don't like my politics. They don't. I'm surprised I'm still on there, to be honest with you. I've done so many things. I've been suspended a few times, not as many times on Instagram or and then Facebook, but it's been years since I was on there. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying my videos. Trying to keep the politics down, as you can hear, as I'm sure. Trying to talk about normal things, you know, I got to throw that in there when the southbound trains go by. You know, nearly a mile and a half long chock-a-block for Florida. You know, I got to make a dig.